Hi there guys, Rising Hero 2012 here with a Spike Brothers deck profile. Basically, I run Spike Brothers. I thought I'd profile the deck for you, but I've done a lot of changes to it just recently because I have added to the collection, but I thought I'd bring you my first build. So starting off with the grade zeros, I've chosen Mecha Trainer as my starting vanguard. Basically with his skill, when another Spike Brother rides him, you can call him to the rear guard. And then while he's in the rear guard you can counter blast one, put him to the drop zone, and you can search for a grade 1 or less Spike Brothers and reveal it to your opponent and put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. So I'd usually use him to go for either Wonder Boy or Medical Manager. I didn't have any perfect guards when I built this version of the deck, so I couldn't really search Marilyn. My next card is for Red Shumili. Basically when you guard with her, you would then put her into Soul, which will become very clear as to why I ran her in a couple of minutes. She is a grade 0, but she's also a 10k shield and she helps build up Soul basically. That was her job. The triggers, I run 8 crits. 4 of them is Silence Joker, partly because you can put him into the Soul and choose a card in your damage zone and turn it face up. So the Counter Blast I used for Mecha Trainer skill, I could recycle with his ability. Then the 4 Sonic Breaker, just your standard crit trigger, your standard heal trigger in Cheergirl Tiara, and then your standard draw trigger in Cheerful Links. Onto the grade 1s, I have got Dudley Daisy. Basically, during the battle phase, when you place her on the rear guard circle, if you have a Spike Brothers Vanguard, you can pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets plus 5,000 until the end of that turn, so it should become a 12k booster, effectively, or a 12k attacker. It's a Counter Blast one, so it's a pretty nice skill. Next up, for Wonder Boy, just a basic 8k booster, really. I had 1 Reckless Express at the time, so I decided to run him. He can get himself to 12k for attacking, with a cost of Soul Blasting of 1. I only had 3 Medical Manager at the time, but when he hits the rear guard you can Soul Charge 1. Grade 2s, I ran 4 Dudley Douglas. He has the same effect as Dudley Daisy, Counter Blast 1 during your battle phase when this unit is placed on the rear guard. If you have a Spike Brothers Vanguard you may pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets plus 5,000 until the end of the turn. So he effectively becomes a 12k attacker. Next up I had 4 Panzer Gale. Basically the superior intercept. Spike Brothers tend to use up their hand, so you can't really guard from the hand. So you use him to guard from the field. Then I only had 2 high speed Bracky at the time, but when this unit attacks you can Soul Blast 1, he gains plus 5,000, so he becomes a 14k attacker. And then I had 2 Fierce Leader Zachary. Again, Soul Blast 1, when this unit attacks hits the Vanguard, you can pay the cost if you have a Spike Brothers Vanguard, and then you can draw a card. Both Bracky and Zachary return to the deck when you use their Soul Blaster skills. On to the grade 3s. This will make it clear as to why I ran Red Shumili. I ran Unite Attacker at 3. Basically at the beginning of your main phase you can Soul Charge 1 and this unit gets plus 2,000 until the end of the turn. And then while he's on the Vanguard rear guard you can Soul Blast 8, Counter Blast 5. When this unit attack hits you may pay the cost. If you do, look up to 5 cards from the top of your deck, choose any number of Spike Brothers from among them, call the chosen cards to separate rear guard circles and shuffle your deck. So you can basically reset you up for another attack. And he's the Mega Blaster, so you really need to build up the Soul quick, hence why I play Red Shumili and Silence Joker. Next up was 4 Jelly Beans. Now Jelly Beans isn't really a favoured grade 3 by anyone, but at the time Jelly Beans and Unite Attacker were the only grade 3s I had, so I kind of had to run with them really. The reason why I chose to run Jelly Beans is because of his skill. Well, and the fact he was the only other grade 3 I had. But I actually really like this card. He comes in really useful for his skill. Basically I can reveal this card to my opponent and put it on the bottom of my deck. If I have a Spike Brothers Vanguard, I can search my deck for up to 1 grade 2 or less Spike Brothers with Dudley in its card name, reveal it to my opponent and put it into my hand and shuffle the deck. So that skill is really useful for quite a few things. If I have if I need a grade 1 or grade 2, because I'm grade screwed, I can search out Dudley Daisy to get me to grade 1, or Dudley Douglas to get me to grade 2. That also puts a 5k shield into my hand, and then when you put into account Unite Attacker's effect, I'm putting a grade 3 back into the deck, so I can, if I get off the Unite Attacker's Mega Blast, I could reveal him and call a 10k attacker to the rearguard circle, ready to launch another attack. So yeah, the deck actually run pretty well. I'll just see if I can get it all into shot and lead you to focus. That is the full deck. I don't know how well you can see it from there. It managed to beat Royal Paladins twice, the Pendragon build. It beat Spike Brothers Dudley Emperor build, and it lost to Kagero Lawkeeper build. It did beat a Kagero deck, but it's practically a trial deck, and it also lost to Dark Irregulars. So I only ran this on Sunday. I built it up on Sunday as well. Was playing till like 4 o'clock in the morning. It really did run pretty cool. It's a really nice fun deck to play as well for a budget build. It was absolutely excellent. So I'm going to head off now. I'm going to do my second deck profile on them and show you what I've changed the deck to. So please view that. Leave your comments and thoughts on this deck and tell me what you think of it. And please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Rising Hero 2012 signing out.